Hi everybody, I'm Edward Paul. I'm at Salon Malini in Renton, Washington. My lovely model Christina. Say hi, Christina.
Hello.
Isn't that nice? What we're doing today is we're going to do a couple of soft chignons on our hair. I'm going to do one down here and then do one that's a little bit more involved up here. But I want to do simple stuff for you guys. Actually, I'm going to change my mind about that. I'm going to do one down here. I'm going to push one over this way. I want to do soft things that you guys can do for fall and winter. That is a hairdresser can do for you in the salon and send you out in 10 minutes, or that you can do for yourself, or have your girlfriend do for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to start working, but first I'm going to tell you what I put in her hair. I've not worked with Color Proof. This is brand new to me. Color Proof, this is their Pure Release Instant Detangle, which is amazing. It smells fabulous. How does that smell? What is that flavor? Vodka.
Oh, vodka.
No, it's not vodka. It's a really pleasant odor.
It is.
And don't interfere with Mademoiselle's parfum. And I mixed equal amounts of Plush Locks Leave-In Smooth with this foam that comes just shooting out like a little gun. A great root boost. It's called Lift It Foam Mousse. But we also use it as a root boost when we're doing round brush work. So those are the products I have in her hair. And let's get started here. So the first thing I want to do is I want to put my cute little chignon knot down here that some of you may have seen in a previous video, but I'm going to put it, instead of putting it up here, I'm going to put it down here, and I hope you can see this. I'm going to take this whole big chunk of hair like this, and I'm going to put it right at the base. I'm going to drag all this hair to the base because my structure is going to be down here. So watch what I do. I section the hair down the middle, and this is a big chunk of hair, as you can tell. And I'm going to roll a little over my hand. Just kind of roll a little bit. Put it in my hand like this. So I'm holding it with my fingers like I'm holding a gun. Can you see that shape? Then I'm going to roll this guy the opposite direction. I'm going to put him over that, push him down with my thumb, roll him under, get my other finger in there and hook it. And you see what kind of a knot that leaves. No harm. So I'm going to back comb the hair with my fingers after I do a little bit of round brush or flat iron work with it. And I do that for a reason, to rough it up, and I pin it. Push the pin down. You use hair pins or bobby pins. I prefer bobby pins because they're cheap and easy. Rough up the hair with my fingers. Can you see how I do that? A little back combing. Just kind of pull the hair apart and pin it up. And it's looking kind of rough. It's not really perfect hair yet. But we can do anything we want to the surface of the hair as we go through it. Smooth it as much as you want to. Take the flat iron and go right over the hot roller. A lot of times you don't even need a hot roller. Rough it with my fingers. A little back. Can you guys see that? A little back combing. Lift it up. Push it into place. I just go through the hair like this. No, actually, stop that. Actually, push the hair out a little bit further than you want to. Make the hair a little wilder than you want to, because spraying the hair, pushing it around is going to soften out the look. And the look will get softer and flatter. Remember, we're not done. We're building a structure that we're going to refine. So now we're going to deal with the rest of the hair. I brush the back comb or brush back the hair with the spore net, but I never let the spore net leave the hair. I'm not doing this. I'm not paddling a boat. I'm just pushing a little shape into it. And I'm going to take that shape right there and leave it, pin it, get out of the way. I'm going to blend that in later. She's looking at it going, oh my God, it's the 80s. And they were fun. So we're bringing them back just for you. But let's go ahead and build our second structure. And these are a couple of structures that I'm going to smooth out. But by building them now, I'm getting the hair out of the way. And my brain will actually look at this while I'm doing the rest of it and start having random thoughts about it. Like, how am I going to actually incorporate this into the hairstyle? And this piece right here, that saddle, I could pull it up and put it in that piece above it, but then I get too much shape here. I want to flatten that shape out. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take this piece of hair and do exactly what I did below it. Do the gun, do a flat chignon tie, push the knot down to this hair. See how I did that?
I thought.
Now suddenly I've compressed the hair. So what could be, and you've seen that where we've done that before. We're trying to get a flat shape here, and we create this big ball of hair, and now we don't know what to do with it. This compresses it right away, right out of the gate. Again, the pins go where the fingers go. And Mr. Flatiron is going to finish up these ends. And you see, by doing it that way, I've actually brought this structure down into the hair that was below it. Now I've got a couple of choices. We're going to let the mirror decide. I'm using the camera as a mirror, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to twist this and push it underneath and ask myself, is that the shape I want? It's a fun shape, but it's not that Spanish Mediterranean look that I'm going for, that French chignon thing. So again, I'm going to compress this hair. A little flat iron work on it. And I'm going to compress it by folding the hair over. Anytime you want to compress hair, you take a kind of a slight diagonal into it and you fold it over itself. It not only lets you compress the hair, it looks sexy. I mean, it really does look good. And I'm going to take that. You see how I just crossed that chunk over itself? Now I'm going to take this, push this piece down on the other structure. It's all the way down there. It's becoming part of that structure. And it's covering up all my sins and anomalies. Everything about this hair that didn't work is being covered up. Thank God. There were some things, quite frankly, Christina, that were concerning me. I was not happy with them. But now I'm just thrilled because I have the top piece, and I always knew the piece was here, that this piece was going to cover up some of the sins of this hairstyle. See that? Is that looking interesting? What do you think? Okay, so I decided I'm going to let this fall into it like thus, keeping some of that drama, and then I'm going to bring this up into it and cross it over at the last possible moment, not a minute before. Keep it smooth. She's got a lot of busy stuff going on with her color. There's like blondes and there's a little creamy tone in her color and her natural color. And altogether they make for an exciting, very visible, they give the hair a lot of visual density, which is real important in these looks. Christina, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm fabulous. Good to hear. Now I'm going to do this, and I'm going to create a little volume look by twisting the hair and then parking the hair and letting the hair have some volume from this angle. To no success. This hairstyle is looking pretty cool, but it's not the same on both sides. This piece over here, that second piece I brought, is a little higher. See how it's a little higher into it? Over here, it's slightly lower, and I allow it to show that dark piece there. I don't want it to be perfect because the eye is constantly creating geometry. Our brains are wired to constantly look for geometry. People that look at this hairstyle will put geometry in it. They will find the balance of this look. To show you a little trick. And that's why if I were to take this piece of hair and bring it straight down, it would just look not right. But if I bring it over and use this piece to hide that hole, now I've got something. Let me get my finger out of the way. See? That's not so bad. Yeah, let's do that. And again, I look in the mirror. When I do hair, I look in the mirror because the mirror is what the world looks at that. If I look down at the hair, I've got the only angle. No one ever walks up to you and says, sit down, I want to look at your hair. And then goes like, boy, that's a really good haircut. No, they're looking at you this way. So if I look in the mirror, I see, hey, that is really beautiful hair. If I look in the mirror, I see the same view that everybody else sees. And it makes me start realizing, gives me more confidence as a hairdresser, makes me realize that I'm not so bad. The thing about styling hair too, for you young hairdressers out there, is styling is the way that you create your position in the salon. If you're right out of school, a couple of years into the business, learning how to style hair makes your haircuts look as good as everybody else's. Makes your color look better. Women walk out of your chair and they walk out ready for Friday night. Date night. Now they walk out of the salon. What can I do with that piece? I could do that. Oh, that looks terrible. Or how does it look from the front? How do you like to wear it? This is where when I'm doing a bride or something, stop. Put the brakes on. This piece of hair here is how she's going to like or hate your hair. If you do anything from here to here that's different than what a bride or a prom girl or a special event girl expects, she's going to hate the rest of it. She can't see this, everybody's going to compliment her on this, so she's going to start liking what's called the 3/4 view. But the 1/4 view belongs to her. How do you like to wear your bangs?
Well, I'll either wear them up, like you're doing with some height, or, lay down on
Show me.
the Oh, are you kidding?
Look in the mirror. you do. Show me what you do. Don't worry
No,
about
I
the rest
really,
of the hair.
you're doing good.
No, but go
I
ahead,
would
go ahead.
typically,
Yeah, I want to see it because this is real important to me. No, this is real important. They want to know.
so I typically would wear this more full and back,
Yeah.
or have it swoop down on the face.
Which would you prefer today, Madam?
You go for it.
I
You
like
have
that
fun
fold,
with it.
I like that fold in the back. Earlier
go
she
for
said, I said, what do you want me to do with your hair? And she said, do what you want, so I went to lunch.
Yeah.
Thank you. You're a wonderful audience. But we're going to give her what she wants because like I said, I can put my little bit of talent and skill into this, but if this does not reflect what she's expecting in that 1/4 view, nothing I do back here is going to make any difference to her. So I'm going to incorporate both her ideas. I'm going to put part of it to the side and smooth it back a la Grace Kelly. What do you think, boys and girls? Look at that. Was that easy or what? Let me turn the camera here so they can get a good shot of you. Look at that. And the thing I like about this, also it's about her face. She's a really pretty woman. She's got a classic Grace Kelly kind of face anyway. Take a look in the mirror and tell me what you think. Is that too
beautiful.
Is that too perfect?
No, I
If
think
it
it's
is,
beautiful.
I can yank it around. We can knock some of the weight out of it in density. But this is something she could wear to an evening event. Either we're in Renton, Washington, so she could wear it to, go down to your seagull practice, because I know you're probably a seagull. or something like that. Or evening, there's lots of places to eat here. And look at the other side, this side.
It's in there solid too. It feels good.
Yeah, crossing the pins. Well, thank you, everybody. Again, I'm Edward Paul. I'm with my model, Christina, at Salon Molina in Renton, Washington. And thank you. I'm working also with Color Proof Products today. Thank you for your kind attention.